Hello, welcome to the International and welcome to the short program Neuroplasticity, where we are diving into the awesome world of neuroplasticity to unlock the full potential of your brain. Neuroplasticity is a universal superpower and this built-in feature that comes with a human being. It is not just for a specific age group or background, it is accessible to anyone and everyone. It is the brain's ability to change and adapt, which is super useful for our mental and physical well-being and personal development. It is like the brain's way of staying flexible and learning new things. So this is the sixth and second last part of this course. If you are new here, make sure to check out the previous parts of this course for foundational and basic understandings. Link is given in description below, and to make an attachment with us, subscribe this channel. Imagine your brain is like a super flexible city that can change its layout based on what's happening around. This ability to physically adapt to experiences and learning is what we call structural plasticity. When we talk about brain connections, there are these highways between neurons called synapses. Synaptic plasticity deals with how strong or efficient these connections are, but structural plasticity goes a step further. It is like the city not just changing traffic flow, but also building and rearranging actual roads. This brain flexibility is like a power for learning and memory. It helps the brain stay sharp by adjusting to new information and experiences. And this second stage of neuroplasticity, we get structure changes of our brain. Exercises regarding structure changes adopt such habits and adopt such a lifestyle that our brain will start to restructure to give a makeover. I am going to introduce you to a term here called competitive plasticity. We have different parts of the brain. These parts receive input from our senses such as our eyes, ears, touch, smell, and tasting. These are the senses through which these parts receive inputs and process them. They get information from our senses, eyes, ears, touch, smell, and taste, and they work together to make decisions that lead to our movements. Our brains are like a control center for our bodies. And then finally, the decision that is made by the human being is communicated to the muscles, and we do the movement. Whenever there is a situation where if the human senses are not working fully, other sensors can be quite powerful. When people used to state the right side of the brain is creative and left side is logical. But now science says that it is a bit more mixed. Both sides are in the game, controlling opposite sides of the body. No one's got a dominant right or left brain. That is perfectly fine. Whenever a person does something, he uses his whole mind. Because when we look at neuroscience, here to find that the neurodensity of our brains is exactly the same. In this section, we will try out to break our bad habits and try to adopt good habits. But for that, we need to know about habit. Let me also tell you that the biggest hurdle to breaking a bad habit is competitive plasticity. Because when you have adopted a bad habit and you are repeating it over and over again, that part of the brain has made connections. If you want to override this habit, first you have to unlearn this habit. Then you will learn a good habit in parallel, and then with slow repetition, your good habit will become dominant. Whenever your brain gets a new pattern, its reinforcement is necessary. So it is said that middle life is very dangerous for the brain, because at that time, a person has gained control in his job. He has done his studies. I am talking about the late 30s, where a person stops reading and writing. He comes to his routines, and when we come to the routines cannot make structural changes in the brain. You will have to work on the narrative of lose it and use it. You have to learn new things. You have to study intensively, for example. Just like you used to learn in classroom, there are many things that we can learn, and it can make your mind grow slowly. So if you have to make structural changes, I am telling to you again and again that you have to make it habit. It has to be part of your lifestyle. Doing something over and over like a broken record can actually remodel and upgrade brain structure. When you repeat stuff, it is like your brain is forming highways between its neurons, making things more efficient up there. So now we come to how we can bring structural transformation. Basically, when you have done chemical transformation of the brain, then you are eligible to structural transformation, and the activities and exercises are almost same. There is the difference just in time frame and duration. If you perceive this as unwise, like the similarity of workouts between chemical and structural transformation, I totally get it and I want to make it less silly for you. Imagine this: one person hardly ever picks up a book while another is diving into one every single day. Obviously, their levels of observation, intellectual capacity and thinking style is going to be pretty different. Remember when you were not really into reading and now you are doing it every day? Feel the change. That is what is happening, and eventually it will just become habit and nature for you. Here you know what structural plasticity is, and now next its practical procedure. You will find all this transformation in PDF file. Link is given in description below. You can download it. So to make an attachment with us, subscribe this channel and let's grow together. Thank you.